Welcome and thank you for attending Day 5 of NCH Main Trend Webinar Automation Day. My name is Nantia Limpi Ananchai and I'm with NCH Thailand as Marketing Manager. I will be your host and moderating the session for today. You may wonder why it's Automation Day. Because today we will get to witness our latest automated technology for past cleaning, water treatment, and wastewater. And you may want to know what makes it all more exciting. It's live from NCH showroom. Before we start with the presentation, let me go through few housekeeping items. We have taken a screenshot of attendee page. Since we do have a large number of audience online, everyone will be mute throughout the session. You have the opportunity to ask questions or send comments using question pane of the control panel anytime during the presentation of our panelists. We are going to collect these questions and address them during the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. And also as a reminder, this webinar would be available for on-demand viewing on our website too. Now, let me introduce to you our presenter for today. First presenter for the day is Richard Swanborough, Regional Biological and Wastewater Product Technical Manager of NCH Asia Pacific. The second presenter is Rochelle Mendoza, Regional Chemical Technical Specialist and Marketing Manager of NCH Asia Pacific. And the last presenter is Reno Mithilas, Regional Torrent and Past Cleaning Manager of NCH Asia Pacific. Now, may I invite Richard Swanborough to take us through NCH wastewater technology.
Thank you very much, Tanny. I'd like to start with a couple of interesting facts that you may or may not know. Last year, Apple's personal assistant, Siri, received 25 billion questions each month. Also, there are over 100 billion stars in our galaxy, the Milky Way. And finally, NCH's newest microdosing system, the EcoStorm, delivers 160 billion live microbes to drains every day. So, armed with those facts, what do you need for a successful bioaugmentation program for wastewater plants and drain maintenance programs? First, you need a food source, which is the effluent we're treating. Secondly, you need moisture, which again is part of the effluent we're treating. We need warmth. We need the correct pH, somewhere between 4.5 and 8. We need available oxygen, and we need time. But most of all, we need to make sure we got enough live bacteria delivered to the drains at the right time. Bacteria have 4 life stages, and we are only interested in the first 2 at this presentation. There is the lag phase and the log phase. Traditionally, bacteria are delivered in spore form. This allows us to ship and store the bacteria culture so it arrives at your premises in a fresh, ready-to-use form. Once the spores are dosed to the waste flow, they are activated and they start to begin their juvenile life. We call this early stage of a bacteria's life the lag phase, and it can last up to 6 hours. Bacteria are like children. In their early years, they need to be looked after, cuddled, as they grow older and become more independent and active. When they reach the active stage, they start eating lots of food and meeting partners, just like today's teenagers. This is the log phase, and it's the ideal time to dose bacteria because they are in their most active phase of their life and will aggressively consume the nutrients in the effluent, such as fats, oils, greases that cause odors and choke drains. NCH realized for a biological augmentation system to be successful, the bacteria needs to be dosed when it's in the log part of its life. If not, during that initial 6 hours, if you have a fast flow through your system, the bacteria will not have time to activate in your wastewater system, and they'll just get discharged to the sewer and having done nothing. So it is important that we dose the bacteria when they're active. To achieve this, NCH developed the BioAmp generator, a patented system capable of delivering 30 trillion live bacteria every day. This is the equivalent of 1,100 litres of the traditional spore form of material I discussed earlier. So each day, the BioAmp generator takes 32 grams of free flow pellets, and these are automatically dumped into the growth vessel. The free flow pellets contain 12 different species or genus of bacteria. This wide cocktail of bacteria allows us to address many forms of waste, whether they be sugar, starch, fats, oils, fatty acids, virtually anything which goes down the drain. The vessel fills with water and begins to spin, creating the patented vortex. This allows the bacteria solution to be aerated, so the bacteria will start to wake up and multiply to the 30 trillion. The bacteria dissolve and spin for 24 hours, where they become active, and at this stage they are multiplying every 20 minutes. At the end of the 24-hour period, the entire contents of the vessel, 30 trillion live bacteria, are applied to your drain system, and the entire process starts all over again. All of this is controlled by a computer. The machine is completely independent and requires no action from your staff. And in fact, NCH will come and service the machine on a monthly basis. At that time, they will refill the machine with fresh pellets. They will clean the machine to make sure there is no competition for our good bacteria that we're breeding. And they'll just check that the machine is working and discuss how the system is working for you and whether it needs to be tweaked at all. Our next generation product is the BioAmp 5000. This really is an industrial grade product. Like the BioAmp, it uses exactly the same startup process where the 32 grams of bacteria are turned into 30 trillion live bacteria. But one of the unique things about bacteria is because they're a living organism, if we continue to feed them and we continue to give them a nice warm environment with enough dissolved oxygen, the bacteria will continue to multiply every 20 minutes. So we dose the bacteria into a secondary incubation chamber. And it is in this chamber that the bacteria will multiply 40 times the amount of bacteria that was originally generated in the BioAmp GT. At the end of 22 hours, this waste is then applied to your wastewater system, and again, the whole process starts all over again. The BioAmp 5000, although it's a little bit more complicated, does not require any input from your staff. And again, NCH own the equipment, and we will come in and service the equipment on a monthly basis to make sure it is running okay. This year, we developed our new patented active spore technology system. To tell you all about it, I would like to introduce Dr. Charles Greenwald, the Director of Biological Systems at NCH.
Hi, I'm Charles Greenwald, the Director of NCH's Global Biotechnology Product Development Program. I'm really excited to introduce to you ChemSearch FE's EcoStorm unit with active spore technology. This technology is a continuing innovation of our biological product line. It is the goal of ChemSearch FE to provide industry-leading products to our customers. So what is active spore technology? First, let's explain two critical components of bacteria and how they relate to using them in our customers' locations. First, bacteria are live organisms that are so small, literally thousands can fit onto the head of a ballpoint pen. However, like every living thing, they need to eat to survive. In large numbers, bacteria will eat a lot. We use this natural process to our advantage by placing a large number of bacteria into a drain line. By doing this, the bacteria literally eat away all the drain lines problems our customers experience. Through new innovations developed over the years, we're now able to hand select the very best bacteria out of thousands of strains that perform at the highest levels in consuming all waste-related issues in a drain line. Second, how do we get them alive to our customers? We take advantage of a special process in a bacteria named bacillus. Bacillus have the unique ability to form dormant spore structures. While they're inside the spore, they are asleep and protected by a thick, dry coat, unaffected by temperature, lack of nutrients, and other harsh conditions. They easily survive shipment anywhere in the world. The only challenge of being in a spore is they can take a long time to activate. In many cases, they will pass through a drain line in a completely dormant state. This is a problem that our ActiSpore technology solves. Our patented ActiSpore technology is an industry breakthrough. We have discovered a way to signal our bacillus bacteria to activate within 2 minutes of entering the drain line. If you were to look at this process in a microscope, you would see a dry bacillus spore immediately absorb water, which causes it to activate. This new breakthrough allows us to provide the best efficacy for our customers and guarantee the activation of the bacteria we introduce. We are now able to degrade drain line waste at levels we have never been able to achieve before. We are confident that these breakthroughs in our technology and selection of bacteria are the future of our biological business. These innovations set us apart from all of our other competitors. I hope you'll be as excited as I am to add the EcoStorm with ActiSpore technology to your arsenal of products that meet your customers' needs.
Each day, the EcoStorm delivers 160 billion microbes to the drain, which wake up within 2 minutes, going to work digesting fats, oils, and sugars that cause odors, blockages, and insect infestation in drains if they're left untreated. Again, like all of our other engineered biological products, EcoStorm is totally automatic and requires no water or electrical connection. The battery-operated unit is refilled once a month and is ideal in treating those small drains underneath sinks and in those hard-to-get areas like in the condensation pads in air conditioning systems. Next year, we will be launching the EcoStorm's bigger brother, EcoStorm XL. This is a highly advanced system and it can dose bacteria on demand, live bacteria on demand. There's no wake-up period, there's no 24-hour incubation time, and the flexible dosing allows us to tailor the amount of bacteria being dosed to the drain to the strength of the effluent and the flow of the effluent down the drain. This will lead to a far more efficient system for treating wastewater in your facility. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please keep them to the end of the presentation and I'll be only too happy to answer them for you. Now, Tani, back to you.
Thank you so much, Richard. I'm sure that our customer would want to know more on BioM and EcoStorm. Next, let me invite Rochelle Mendoza to take us through water treatment technology.
Thank you, Tani. First of all, let me thank everyone for joining us today. I hope everyone are safe and comfortable as I'm going to take you a ride to our innovations. And now let me showcase our Chemaqua innovations to help you understand how it can help optimize your water treatment total operational cost. So what are our recent innovations? If you happen to attend to our third day webinar session, which was discussed by Chemaqua Director Manish Chawla, he specifically focused on how to achieve goals using innovative technologies. NCH Chemaqua has been investing a lot of money in improving our innovative technologies and providing our customers a holistic approach in water treatment solutions. So first in the list is our innovative or innovations for green and environmentally sustainable chemicals. What do we mean by this? I am referring to our HandyCam system. Our Chemical HandyCam Solid is an innovative solution for your water treatment needs. It offers solid chemistry that replaces traditional boiler and cooling tower chemicals in drums. So how did it become sustainable? The HandyCam system minimizes energy and water usage while reducing environmental concerns. It is eco-friendly formulas, and it eliminates drum disposal concerns and reduces packaging requirements and landfill waste. And overall, it improves chemical workstations. And how can this benefit our customers? It reduces the risk of workplace injuries associated with drum handling, reduces splash and spill concerns versus liquids, and can be easily moved through the building on a hand truck or a cart. Ideal system for use hard to reach locations such as rooftop. And of course, it reduces fuel and greenhouse gas emissions associated with product delivery. With our next innovation, there are so many ways to be on top of your operation. What if there's a better way to control your water quality and system performance? What if there's a better way to look at the current data and can be easily understood? If there's a unique way to monitor your water treatment and energy and asset liability? We can have those I mentioned when you use our Aquadart. So what is Aquadart? Aquadart is a state-of-the-art automation system for monitoring and controlling of boiler water and cooling water programs. It uses a direct analysis response technology to continuously monitor and adjust water treatment programs based on changing system demands. And it improves program results and reduces operating costs. With that in mention, it provides a real-time water treatment automation system, such as key parameters that will determine scaling, corrosion, and microbiological growth, even water usage. It controls and regulates the program remotely, and overall, it reduces operating costs, and it will keep you informed and in control even if you're not on site. Thus, it will overall improve operational cost using our Aquadart system. The next innovation that we're going to share would be something about very relevant nowadays to talk. It is something that everyone is going to be excited, and this is for microbiological control. We have our innovation equipment, and we call it BioDart, and we have an innovative chemicals that we call it BioExile. Now, let me share to you, why did NCH focus on this technology? Why we have allotted so much money in realizing this innovation? It is because biofilm is very hard to control. When it is in your system, which you wouldn't know at first, then you will only know when it will already trip off your system due to high pressure head or even high temperature approach. And did we know that biofilm in the cooling water is the major root cause of serious and costly problems that directly impact system reliability, efficiency, and safety? Because biofilm is providing and optimized for growth and survival of microbiological. It is dynamic with complex structure. It readily traps dirt, sediment, fibers, corrosion products, and to form biofouling deposits. And it tends to form in a very not accessible place. Once established, biofilm is very hard to control and to remove. And some of the effects will be the following, like microbe-induced corrosion or microbiologically induced corrosion, we call it MIC. It's 1,000 times more aggressive than a uniform corrosion. And even heat transfer loss. Biofilm is 4 times more insulating than mineral scale. And even it reduces flow and blockage. Biofilm in piping and equipment reduces water flow and also water pathogens, which is very important. Legionella and waterborne pathogens can grow high in high levels of biofilm. So how do we address this biofilm? How do we address this problem? The BioDart is the answer to that problem. The BioDart is a revolutionary new technology that can be used to monitor the potential for biofouling in water handling system. The BioDart is high sensitivity to biofouling conditions, coupled with unique reporting features enables the operator to identify and address potential problems before they can cause system failures. So what is BioDart? It's actually just an automatic equipment to monitor the potential for biofilm to form. It quantifies the improved efficacy of microbiological control measures. Early warning, it will give you an early warning. It's a standalone equipment or you can connect it to a controller. And it's a patented equipment and it's recently awarded an R&D, Research and Development 100. What does it measure though? BFI, it's a biofouling index that is being measured by the BioDart, which provide a systematic or a system-specific indicator of potential to form biofilm that reflects microbiologically activity, biocide program, nutrient load, even system cleanliness, and also design and operating conditions. It provides early warning monitor for biofilm growth. At low readings of BFI low readings, well, it supports overall microbial control. But if it's a high reading of BFI, then a sudden change warrant a closer look of your biological program. With all this, BioDart can provide you a valuable information to help monitor and manage critical cooling system and enable high performance programs, such as the benefit or effective biocide program, manage and eliminate dead legs, manage the response advance, keep your cooling tower clean all the time, monitors result, and of course, you can do adjustment maintenance at your given choice. What if there's already biofilm in your system? What will happen? As mentioned before, biofilm is very hard to control, even how much biocides you're going to put in. It is because the nature that was formed by molecules that are bound together, forming a locking mechanism called calcium bridge, which is chemically resistant in nature. However, as part of our extensive program of NCH Chemical Innovations, we have came up with our patented product we call BioExile. So what is a BioExile? It is our biofilm cleaning breakthrough. It disrupts the calcium bridge. It is new and a patented biofilm cleaning process that unlocks the persistor. That BioExile can work very well with also addition of biocide to your system. If you can see the data, we collected this data during our application. The blue color graph here represents a system without the control or without application of biocide or BioExile. So you have a 16.8 m CFU or count of bacteria. And if you notice, if you're going to use only biocide alone, you will be having only a 70% removal, more or less, of the microbiome. With the biocide and biodispersant, you're going to be removing a 93% removal. However, with our biocide and the BioExile, there will be a 99.98 removal of microbiome. So overall, when you combine all our innovations, it will definitely help achieve your goals, like saving money, and also the process will be much more cleaner. So to achieve your goals overall, such as profit, viability, increase your revenue and market share, environmentally sustainable, and continuous operation, and even safety. So using our innovations, it will address everything, every goal you have. So that ends my presentation, but since I am currently in one of our customer site, let me take you to real world as I can tour you around very quick to the rooftop where our applications of our customer is live and available. Hi, Tenny, let me turn over to you and please give me a few seconds to run quick to the rooftop.
Thank you so much, Rochelle. While waiting for her to reach the rooftop, I'm sure this will be more interesting as we feature our live application. I hope this will allow you to understand our water treatment innovation and to picture out the whole process. Well, I think now Rochelle is ready. Back to you, Shell.
So let me show you guys our application here in one of our customer site. We have 4 cooling towers in this application, wherein we are using a Handycam solid program, AquaDart, and BioDart. So just to show you this setup here, they have a very long line of equalization line, pipeline, that is a very that has a very high potential for biofilm or microbiological formation. They have a very long dead leg. So we are now approaching to our chemical treatment dosing system. And all right. So first off, let me show you one of our innovations, our Handycam, a solid program. And this is our dissolver unit. We call it Ultra B dissolver unit, and we have solid chemicals inside. And this technology is dissolving our chemicals on site and eliminating drums of liquids and converting everything into solid. So you've got a solid dissolver on site that will dissolve chemicals online. And so let me show you very quick the features of our ultra solid dissolver. This is the water supply that supplies water when the level of chemical inside, the liquid chemical inside, is already low. And there's also, when you see that these 2 lights here flashes like that sign, it means that the water is continuously spraying to dissolve the solid. And when the water level reaches, there is an ultrasonic level sensor that the water supply will automatically shut off. And this is also the supply of chemicals that goes to the pump, and the pump is continuously dosing into the cooling tower line right here. So this is the cooling tower water supply that where the chemical is introduced or dosed into the line. So moving on to our AquaDart technology, where it employs direct analysis response technology. This equipment, it's a real-time sensor. It has a real-time sensors that directly measures key parameters to determine scale, corrosion, and even microbiological control. So what we have here are actually the chemical, our PTSA or our fluorescence that measures our chemical treatment. This one controls the residual of the chemicals. So whenever the residual is off from the set point here, the relay will send a signal to our pump right here, and it will automatically dose the chemicals into the cooling system. As well as there's a conductivity and pH and ORP here that will continuously monitor all the parameters to prevent scaling and corrosion. So right now you can see that the reading of the AquaDart is, the reading of our chemical, the Handy Block 55, is at 155 ppm. So right now it's a little bit up from our set point, and even the conductivity. So the reading of the conductivity is 1066. Right now you can see that there's a red light here. It's actually a signal that it's off the limit, and when it's off the limit, it sends a signal here in our relay, and that will open the blow down to continuously blow down the water to limit the conductivity from its set point. So as we have mentioned about the difficulty and challenge in monitoring our biofilm, NCH Kermaqua have launched our patented equipment or innovation. It's a BioDart, a biofouling monitoring equipment that will give you a reading of the potential for biofilm formation. So right now we just installed this tube. Let me show you inside. So we have a detector tube that where the water continuously supply inside, and there will be a light that will read the potential for biofilm, and that will be converted to BFI reading. So if you can see right now, the BFI is 5. And when that BFI reads 7 in less than 30 days, that means to say your cooling water has a high potential for biofilm formation. And when your BFI reads below 7 within 30 days, that means your biofilm formation has been controlled and your microbiological program, the biocide program, is also controlled.
Wow, Rochelle, thank you so much. That was amazing. I think from your quick tour, we were able to get the idea of how Solid HandyChem, AquaDart, and BioDart program can help optimize the cooling water treatment. Well, let's move to our last presenter. May I invite Reino Mithilas to present NCH Powerful Path Cleaning Technology Torrent.
Thank you, Tani. All, I welcome you to the Torrent world. My name is Reno, and today I will share with you our customers' experiences and what inspires us to continue. But first, let's take a look on the Torrent story so far. So the video shows us a company's journey so far in the workshop environment. It's our customers that inspires us to continue finding new applications in the industry. So let's have a look on the evolution of parts cleaning. In the 1900s, everything started with diesel cleaning and gasoline cleaning. Then the organic solvents take along on a sink on a drum. In the 70s, the automatic washers came along. And then in 2010, the new evolution, the torrent, came into the industry, making a storm. Using solvents to cleaning workshops. Most solvents require registrations, they have waste tracking, and also on-site management. PPE is another hidden cost. So most cleaning methods currently need a lot of PPE, and PPE is also hard to enforce. In most cases, our customers tell us that additional aerosol cleaning is needed after the cleaning with solvents. That adds to the costs. Brushing with solvents takes time, adding costs to the labor. Harsh stains need pre-soaking, increasing overload cleaning times. Now, how does the torrent overcome these? Simply because it's just faster. And when I say faster, I mean 5 to 12 times faster with the common methods. Health and safety is the most talked about problem with our customers. So most solvents are highly dangerous, flammable. Employees are breathing the vapors, and they come in contact also with the chemicals. It's just unsafe. Flammability is a great hazard in the workshop. Now, how does a torrent help here? It's water-based, so it eliminates all these issues in the workshop. So let's look at how the environment is impacted with the current methods using chemicals in the workplace. Well, petrochemicals need production, also waste, and also logistical carriaging through our seas and oceans. Now, how does the torrent assist here? Well, the answer again is simple. It's replacing all the solvents and chemicals with just water. It eliminates the production of solvents and also the waste of solvents, and also assisting our customers towards ISO 14001, which is the environmental goal in almost every company. Let's take a look now how the torrent powers out. So let's look at how the environment is impacted with the current methods using chemicals in the workplace. Well, petrochemicals need production, also waste, and also logistical carriaging through our seas and oceans. Now, how does the torrent assist here? Well, the answer again is simple. It's replacing all the solvents and chemicals with just water. It eliminates the production of solvents and also the waste of solvents, and also assisting our customers towards ISO 14001, which is the environmental goal in almost every company. Let's take a look now how the torrent powers out. So this exciting video shows our customers benefiting day in, day out. And here they are, the two models side by side. So the Torrent 500, it was the original model. The Torrent 700 is slightly bigger, accommodating larger parts. Both models powered with the Storm solution, which is a unique water-based detergents. And both models are also combined with a complete NCH maintenance. On-site demos, seeing is believing. And yes, we do go to our customers. We demonstrate what the Torrent does on-site. We're making the Torrent speak for itself. We have Torrent vans in most countries in Asia, and we're able to demonstrate live at our customers. We are into a variety of industries. In fact, we are in all the industries. We find the applications. Our customers, after seeing the video, just nominate the application. For transport in aviation, we have lots of solutions in wheel cleaning, bearings cleaning, bolts and nuts cleaning from aircrafts. Also, all the ground equipment that is around the airports, all that equipment is also cleaned by the Torrent in most airports. Each one of these applications speaks for itself. They're very unique to us, but also benefiting our customers. Applications in transport, and specifically in automotive. DPF filters and ECR systems are great for efficiency, but they're very complex and expensive parts. They're both blocked with soot, and we found the Torrent heated pressure blast out the soot and cleans these two parts, saving our customers lots of money. No matter how dirty the part, the Torrent is there making sure it's going to be clean. Even in marine and boating, we ensure that engines, pistons, and everything in rebuild is being cleaned by the Torrent. We also found applications in construction, power tools, maintenance. For example, jackhammers, drills, saws, all these cleaning bearings, housings, covers, and anything, any plastic covers on these tools are being cleaned on the Torrent, as well as on the crane industry, cleaning all the bolts and nuts that hold the towers. Unique applications. Who would have thought that the Torrent would be cleaning LED runway lights? And here we are. We found an application in one of the airports in Sydney. So while the plane's landing and braking, they create this residue that sticks on the LED lights, and they are getting blocked, blocking the light sides. So the Torrent found the application by cleaning these lights one by one in every runway in this airport. We also found a unique application in a pallet factory, where in production, there's a buildup of paint onto stencil logos, spray nozzles, and also paint regulators. The Torrent just blasts out and cleans up these tools. The Torrent found its way to a power plant as well, where we found this unique application cleaning steaming valves and controllers. These valves sit on top of the roofs. Another unique application from Korea in the semiconductor industry. Carbon buildup on parts. The Torrent found its way cleaning up them too. In the printing industry, we found build of ink in production lines. Also, this is cleaned by the Torrent. In the pharmaceutical industry, in the printing of glass syringes, we found a unique application on build-up of dye onto building production. The Torrent just blasted out and cleaned in seconds, so the customer saved a lot of time. The Torrent also took us fishing. So at Shimano, we found a unique application cleaning the reels. These reels are very expensive, but they have very tiny, tiny parts. So with the Torrent, they were able to clean these parts and save a lot of time. another unique application. So after seeing some of our applications and some of our unique applications, let's watch a quick video and see how it's really done. Thank you for joining us today, and we're looking forward to benefit your company also with the torrent.
Thank you so much, Reno, for the presentation. I'm certain that there is much more awake to know about torrent. Before we move on to Q&A session, it's time to see our technology live from Thailand showroom with full product lineups. Let's go. Well, welcome to our NCH Thailand showroom. We have full of product lineup for all 6 specialties as you see here: Chemical, maintenance, lubricant, facilities, life science, and food safety. So first, I would like to introduce you for the BioAm. Richard, can you explain more on this, please?
Thank you, Tammy. As you can see, the BioAmp is a fairly rugged stainless steel unit. It's ideal for use in kitchens. If we can just focus on the top of the unit there, that's the hopper where our bacteria starter culture goes. And we just pan down a little bit. This is the growth vessel. This is where, as I explained before, we incubate the bacteria for a period of 24 hours. And if you go down to the bottom, you'll see the little motor that drives the system and the valve in which doses the product to the drains. If we can move back up to the growth vessel, please. Thank you. You may be able to make out a vortex inside the growth vessel there. That allows the air to be mixed in with the bacteria. We use aerobic bacteria, and this brings them to life and multiplies them up to 30 trillion live bacteria after 24 hours. Now we'll just demonstrate how the feeder system works. If May can you use the up and down keys till you get to the manual menu? You heard the vibrator there. We use that to stop the pellets from bridging and to ensure they're all fed into the unit. If you pan down to the bottom of the growth vessel, you'll see the pellets as they start to dissolve. If you move it up a little bit, please. Can you move it to the left? There, just above, just up a little bit, please. There, you can see the pellets in the bottom there just dissolving. Well, that's it for the bioamp. Shall we move across to the new EcoStorm system?
Sure, Richard. Okay, let's move to EcoStorm.
Okay, this is the EcoStorm unit. May, if you could open it up. There you're looking at the premix bacteria culture there. This is based on the AST technologies that Charles Greenwald described earlier on. If you pan down a little bit, you can see the pump there. May, can you prime the pump, please? And you see the pump moving up and down, and it's moving product down into the tube, which moves it into the drain. Okay, press prime again. Thank you. The unit is fitted with a non-return valve, so it eliminates any chance of wastewater coming back into your facility. The unit will work for 30 days without having to be maintained, and it runs on a battery and doesn't require water. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard. So let's move to our CA technologies here. Rochelle, can you explain more on this, please?
Thank you, Tani. Yeah, I have Niranyu there. Niranyu, can you show them the BioDart, please? Can we go through the BioDart first? So that's our BioDart. It's a new patented equipment for microbiological activity monitoring. So technically, if you can focus on the number of BFI, so if you notice there's a BFI there, BFI number, that stands for biofouling index. And when we have about 7 within 30 days, that means to say your system is okay. But if you have the number 7, like before 30 days, that means your system needs more improvement when it comes to microbial control. So if you can open it very quick and we can show them what is inside. Yeah, perfect. Just focus on the tube. The water comes in. We are just drawing a water sample of about 100 ml per minute that passes through continuously, and that's where the light turns into a BFI. So there's a conversion of the light measurement that converts into biofouling index. So basically that's the tube that you're going to harvest every 30 days to change, because you need to change the tube every 30 days. And when you have the BFI reading within 30 days of below 7, that means your system is perfectly fine, or you need your microbiological control is okay. Okay, thank you. Niranyu, can you move to our Aquadart?
Okay.
So when we were discussing earlier about our Aquadart, this is the complete water treatment innovation that will monitor your system online. It uses direct analysis response technology. So if you can focus on the numbers or the parameters that are being measured, such as conductivity, pH, ORP, and even our chemical residuals. So yeah, when we have also our set points in the equipment, that's where the control comes in. And when you go down a little bit in the equipment, there are relays that are connected to your to those probes, such as pH, ORP, conductivity, and the PTSA, which is connected to the milliamp input of the equipment. So if you can show them the process of the flow from where we are drawing a water sample from, let's say, cooling tower. So yeah, before it gets into the system, it passes through it passes through the flow meter. Yep. And when the flow is below the set point, then the alarm will send into the equipment. That's right. Yep. And that also can be connected to the relay pump. And even can you go down below to the relay pump? Yep. That where when our residual of chemical is below the set point, then the pump will turn on and it will continuously dose the chemicals. And moving on to our HandyCam, our solid program, which we have been talking about, that we will be able to eliminate drums of liquid on site. Yep, can you open it a bit and show them that chemical is an equivalent of about 25 liters of chemical liquid. And that makes only a very handy solid of about 5 kilograms. Yeah, perfect. And can you show them the dissolver unit, please? Yeah, the technology is very friendly user, and that's where the chemical is being placed. And there is actually a sprayer of water inside where the spray will continuously turn on when the water level becomes lower in the set point or level accepted to that basin. Yeah, and that is where the water supply comes in, and there's level sensor, or we call it the ultrasonic sensor, that when the water chemical, the liquefied chemicals already reaches to the set point, the supply of water will stop. All right, so yeah, that's all about our HandyCam. Thank you, Niranu.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Rachel. So let's move to our torrent technology. Reno, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you, Tani. So let us now see and view both torrent models. Let me start by saying that both models are made from our NCH factory in Europe. The torrent units come to us like this, assembled like this, as you see it. And now, yes, Tamarun is trying to clean a part, opening the lid, closing the lid. And here we go, we're cleaning the part. And the power that the pressure is coming out with is up to 432 PSI. All we're using is water and our powerful detergents, water-based detergents that we have in the drum below. Everything is recycled. And the Torrent 500 models holds up to 50 kilos of weight. Let us see now, Thamanun. Yes, thank you, Thamanun. And now we can move on to the other model, the Torrent 700 model.
Okay, Reno.
Thank you, Tani.
Yes. 1 second. Here we go.
So here's the Torrent 700 model. It was only released last year in 2019. Same operation, it's just bigger, meaner, ready to take bigger and heavier parts. It's also good to mention that it can handle up to 80 kilos of parts. The dimensions inside are bigger from the 500, measuring 1 meter by 600 by 550 on height. It's also powered with the turntable, so with heavy parts, the users easily turn the parts around. Also, we can see a nozzle, a pressure nozzle that is increasing the pressure to up to 650 psi. This will clean a lot of long and dirty parts. The pressure is released from a pump underneath, and all the solution is going underneath in a drum, and it's being recycled. Thank you, Tani. Also, we can see in the middle, there is an air gun. So the Totem is actually a complete station. You can clean and dry the parts at one place. So if we move a little bit backwards, Tani, we can see.
Sorry? Yes.
If we move backwards a little bit, so we can see the Totem standing.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. So very economic, though it's sitting on a pallet now on our display. Very economic, and yes, thank you, Tamanu, thumbs up. And this is both models of our parts washing lines.
Well, thank you, Reino, Richard, and Rochelle, and all NCH Thailand team for an informative demo on NCH innovative and automated technology. And now I would like to open the Q&A session for all the equipment.